Welcome back, everyone. With fire restrictions changing in the Inyo National Forest today, Mono County is bringing back its Camp Like a Pro campaign. Camp Like a Pro is an initiative to help inform campers on how to safely and responsibly enjoy the Eastern Sierra. So throughout the summer, Mono County will be using the campaign to share tips about legal camping, when and where campfires are allowed, and a whole lot more. For more information, visit our website, 2news.com.
All right, welcome back, everyone. As we take a live look up at Silver Springs, you can see that camera being jostled around in the winds there. And our winds are going to stay up here the next couple of hours, and then gradually after sunset, they will come down a little bit. Now, in terms of any showers, we do have a couple of isolated thunderstorms in southern Oregon tonight, seeing some light returns northern California, but for the most part, we are quiet here in the Reno area, out into central and eastern Nevada. A little more in terms of cloud cover between Eureka and Ely this afternoon, but no thunder, no lightning, and nothing popping up at this hour on the radar. 82 degrees currently, winds gusting up to 30 miles an hour. Relative humidity at the surface only 11%. So hot and windy weather ahead of us here the next couple of days. It'll feel downright mild with the 80s today compared to what we've got coming our way on Wednesday. 84 in Yerington, 79 Carson City, 71 at this hour in South Lake Tahoe. And there you can see those winds anywhere from 10 to 20 miles an hour, and certainly gusting up to 45 miles an hour in some of our wind-prone valleys. Most of us seeing those winds gusting 25 to 35. But that will continue, I would say, through 9, 10 o'clock. Then breezy tonight, but those winds backing off as we work our way overnight. This is a snapshot through 7 p.m. Certainly those winds gusting in that range of 25 to 35 miles an hour are going to be a possibility here. Now, we stayed dry in the Reno area and across the Silver State as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. We are seeing this low. You're going to see thunderstorms drive across the eastern plains out into Kansas and Missouri tomorrow, and then that low will take off. That front will drop down into Texas, and that'll push likely some severe weather across the deep south as we go into Wednesday afternoon and evening. For us, it's a dry west flow. Sunny skies, hot and breezy Tuesday. As we head towards Wednesday, temperatures approaching the triple digits. And then as we head towards Thursday, we're going to keep it hot, maybe a couple of degrees cooler on Thursday, low to mid 90s. And then we've got kind of that buyer beware forecast. Models indicating, at least this one, the GFS, that we've got a deeper trough of low pressure. And if this comes to fruition, it's going to drive stronger winds on Friday and cooler temperatures Friday and Saturday. We'll see how things play out here the next couple of days, but we certainly take that jump tomorrow. We start to climb back into the 90s in many locations. 93 in Hawthorne. Look at Las Vegas, 107 tomorrow afternoon. Low 80s around Mammoth Lakes there, Mono County. 91 Dayton and Fallon. 90 Lovelock. About 87 in Battle Mountain tomorrow afternoon. Overnight lows are comfortable around the lake. Mid 40s, upper 40s. 38 to 81 in Truckee. 91 for Carson City tomorrow afternoon. About 89 degrees in Yerington. Neighborhood temperatures as well in the low 50s overnight. 86 Galena, 91 Hidden Valley, Sun Valley at 90, upper 80s close to 90 there, but just shy, I think, in Cold Springs. 99, look at that on Wednesday. That would be our hottest day, and then we'll take the heat off a little bit with 93 on Thursday. It's a ways out there, Friday into Saturday, but right now if that trough drops down that deeply, we are talking about a significant cooling trend into the 80s and eventually the 70s on Saturday. And the concern there is, once again, we've got probably some strong winds Friday into Saturday that could raise critical fire weather once again.
Yeah, and just being cooler doesn't get us out of the woods by any means.
No, not at all.
Yeah, thanks. Let's get to check in on the roads once again with our traffic reporter, Wyatt Day, in the sunny 106.9 Traffic Center. Wyatt, what's going on out there?
Good evening, Ryan. We have a vehicle accident on 580-395 South near East 2nd Street, not causing any delays, but 395 North is heavy between Mill and Parr due to a vehicle collision near Audi, blocking the right 2 lanes. Expect to slow down and move left. 80 West delayed near Patrick, Sparks, and the Spaghetti Bowl. Stop and go halts on Sparks from Bearing to Pyramid. And we've got a collision on 580 South near South Carson Street in Carson City, creating slows exiting the freeway. I'm Wyatt Day, and that is traffic.
Wyatt, thank you. Speaking of traffic, there are some traffic changes that will be in effect ahead of the start of the Reno Rodeo. Wells Avenue will be reduced to 2 lanes with one-way west and southbound traffic from Sutro Street to 9th Street. Northbound traffic will be redirected east at 9th Street and north at Sutro. And only left turns will be allowed into and out of the rodeo grounds from Wells Avenue, while normal turning options will be allowed on Sutro and 9th Streets. All right, sticking with the rodeo here, we stopped by the grounds to see the preparations and what's new this year for the event, which does start Wednesday. General Manager George Combs wants everyone to know that there will be an opportunity to see the rodeo.
We got a viewing party going on every night because we are sold out in the arena, and so we want to help and make sure that all the fans that want to see rodeo action can come down, pay the $10 to get on the grounds, go in the indoor arena.
There you go. So if you don't have tickets to the event itself, you get those $10 tickets, you can go inside the indoor arena and still watch it on the big screen. The cattle drive for the rodeo started yesterday with the cattle getting in on Thursday. The rodeo kicks off Wednesday with a kickoff concert. It'll run until the 28th.
The cost of some weight loss drugs is finally dropping. That is, if you're willing to pay out of pocket. A closer look in Health Watch next.
Doors for inside your home, doors for outside. Hundreds of doors are in stock now at Thompson Garage Doors and Building Supply in Sparks.
I was on the way to the mall with my dad and my brother, and we were hit by a drunk driver going 100 miles per hour. We were hit on the driver's side, and next thing you know, I woke up in the ambulance. I had a brain bleed. If we didn't have Brent, we would have never known what to do. We wouldn't be even stable at this point. He is literally the best lawyer anyone can have. He really does care.
Are we stranded? We're running out of water!
Hey guys, I've got AAA.
When you're a AAA member, you're covered in anyone's car.
Expectation defined.
Awe-inspiring.
Find your lighting.
Down to Rockhound?
Feeling found and profound.
Not a sound around.
Get an early start.
See some funky art.
Find anything and everything in Nevada's heart.
Travel Nevada. Get a little out there.
You're not just a homeowner. You're also a double pane window that apparently weighs 800 pounds owner. Fortunately, you've got heating and cooling built and tested to keep going. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Locally owned and operated for over 70 years. Trust RHP as your one source for heating, plumbing, and air conditioning. RHP Mechanical Systems. Call 322-9434 to schedule your appointment today.
Health Watch, sponsored by Renown Health.
Welcome back, everyone. Big news about the cost of one popular weight loss drug, plus a warning for women who work at night. And a study reminds parents that pediatricians can be a useful resource when talking to teens about contraception. Those stories and more in tonight's Health Watch. The American Academy of Pediatrics has updated its guidance on how pediatricians should talk about contraception with their teen patients. The new report covers several types of contraceptives, from long-lasting IUDs to the morning after pill. The AAP says pediatricians can be a trusted resource because of their typical long-standing relationships with families. Patients preparing for a major operation can feel okay just doing a video consultation with their doctor ahead of time. A new study from Amsterdam University Medical Center found patients will have the same level of information intake as an in-person visit and save time and money by not commuting to the doctor's office. Women who work at night are more likely to have asthma than women who only work during the daytime. UK researchers analyzed nearly 275,000 workers and found women who work night shifts were about 50% more likely to suffer with moderate or severe asthma. They did not find this link for men who work at night. Pharmaceutical giant Eli Lilly announced a big price cut for its drug Zepbound. Eli Lilly is reducing the price of the highest doses of its popular drug Zepbound for folks who are not using insurance. Weight loss drugs are taken in stages, and under previous prices, the different doses would get increasingly expensive. Now, All doses will be available at $4.99 per month or less for eligible adults with obesity and a valid prescription. These prices are for people who use the company's Zepbound self-pay journey program to fill their prescriptions for the first fill of those doses and refills made within 45 days of the previous delivery. Now, it's worth noting the discount only applies to vials of Zepbound, not the single-dose pens. And as you know, there's been increased political pressure to bring down the costs of these obesity medications, which will still be pretty expensive for a lot of people, even with the discount. Eli Lilly's competitor, Novo Nordisk, recently dropped the price for its weight loss drug, Wegovy, to a similar $499 a month for people without insurance. For a closer look, go to the feature section of our website, 2news.com, and click on the Health Watch icon.